Are we ready for Dreamforce? Yeah! Woo! So what I'd like to do is provide a little bit of context. I've had the chance to speak with many of you in the room, and I noticed a few patterns emerge in your digital transformation project. So what I'd like to do is share with you what are some of the common things that are coming out of these projects. The first is that digital transformation is about the customer. Now, if your customer is the consumer policyholder, innovators are responding to the fact that almost 3/4 of these consumer policyholders would consider switching to a different carrier if they could receive more personalized service elsewhere. Now, if your customer is the producer, many innovators in this room are responding to the fact that almost 2/3 of these producers think that they could get better technology and support from the carriers that they're working with. Now, that's a pretty alarming fact, considering that the number one thing that they're looking for from a carrier is what? What do you guys think is the number one thing an agent or a broker is looking for from the carrier? What was that? Commission. Come on, throw some ideas out there. What's the number one thing that's important to an independent agent or a producer?
Leads.
What was that? Leads. What else? Strong brand. Okay. It turns out that according to a study, it's not getting paid high commissions, it's actually reliability. I want to know that I could turn to that carrier with whom I'm partnering, and they're always going to come through for me, right? Now that's a pretty important fact, right? Because it's these customers who are causing the senior executives at these insurance companies to make digital transformation a top priority. They regard digital transformation to be a top priority because it's going to have a far-reaching impact across the industry. Second key takeaway, second key pattern. Innovators are focused on creating a seamless customer journey. A seamless customer journey. In particular, insurers who are dealing with data silos, rigid data silos, are trying to create a common 360 view of the customer across online engagement, sales, service, and renewal. Right? What they're hearing from customers is, I don't care who I'm talking to, whether it's a claims adjuster or a service rep or an agent. I just need you to know me, guide me, and make it easy for me to do business with you. I don't care about your silos. That's what they're hearing from their customers. Now, in addition to that, leading innovators are focused on the various channels, engaging with the customer through various channels. Now, in the old world, it was really focused on the contact center and on the agent. In the new world, you have to add on top of that social, mobile, and even Internet of Things. So the last and final point I would make is that the common pattern here is that these digital transformation projects would fall into one of these 6 categories here. And these transformation projects require both process and cultural change as much as a technology change. It's about process and cultural change as much as it is a technology change. Let's go through a few examples. For example, Trove. They're making themselves more relevant to the micro moments, what they're calling micro moments in the policyholders' lives. So for example, if Isabel, the new mom, decides she's going to buy an expensive camera and take a photo of her baby, she may want to purchase a micro insurance policy for that particular camera for that particular time. Another example, automating processes. We're going to hear later today from Allianz, CNA, and AIG on what they're doing to take paper and swivel chair integration out of the process. Betterview, a startup that's focused on drones, is actually taking it a step further and thinking about how the underwriting and claims process could be completely rethought with the use of drones. New business models. Innovators are making a clear distinction between the incremental benefits of infrastructure and operational changes versus the more radical benefits that come with business model transformation. What do we mean by business model transformation? Here's an example. Zenefits, Policy Genius, and Broker. These folks are challenging the fundamental role that producers play in the insurance value chain and asking themselves, what if the agent could be super intelligent, available 24/7, and in your pocket at any time? That's a fundamental change in the way that we're doing business in insurance, isn't it? Making smarter decisions. In MetLife Asia, one thing that they're working on is trying to interact with their customers not once or twice a year, but perhaps thousands of times per month, simply by being more relevant to the daily lives of that policyholder. Policy Genius is doing the same sort of thing, taking customer information and through their algorithms, providing a robo-advisor-like experience, recommending bespoke sets of products to their policyholders. Culture of innovation. We're going to later hear today from AXA and MetLife on what their secret sauce is, finding that sweet spot between human wants, technical feasibility, and business viability. So you can see here that all of the companies that are going to be on stage here today represent an innovation ecosystem along the customer journey. And I want to remind all of us why we're in this room here today. Our product in insurance is inherently intangible. You can't try it on for size, you can't taste it, you can't see it unless it's a stack of forms that I have to fill out, right? It's really about trust. It's about trust, building trust with that policyholder. One CEO of a multi-line insurer goes so far as to say, we want to be a concierge of health, safety, and peace of mind. Now, is that not a radical change in doing business? He does go on to say, and oh, by the way, we happen to sell insurance.